Netflix boasts thousands upon thousands of titles, over 17,000 in some regions, with fresh movies dropping every single week and trending series dominating social media feeds, TikTok trends, and group chats. Yet, here you are, queuing up The Office for what feels like the umpteenth time, diving back into Friends like an old habit you can't shake, revisiting the entire Harry Potter saga with the same wide-eyed wonder as the first go-round, or hitting play on that one movie you've memorized frame by frame after 20-plus viewings. Friends, family, or even strangers online chime in with the inevitable question, why don't you just watch something new? There's so much out there. But pause for a second. The deeper, more intriguing question isn't about your choices. It's about human nature itself. Why do some of us chase endless novelty, scrolling hungrily through recommendations, while others find profound joy and solace in the well-trodden paths of the familiar? Is it mere laziness? A cling to nostalgia? Or is there something far more intricate woven into the fabric of our psychology? Hang on tight, because exploring this might shed light on your own habits, revealing why those same screens, same stories, and same characters keep drawing you back like a magnetic force. We're immersed in a culture that's utterly addicted to the new. Streaming giants like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video, and Hulu bombard us with algorithms finely tuned to tempt us. Because you watch this, try that. Notifications ping about hot new releases, critics rave about groundbreaking series, and influencers hype the latest binge-worthy obsession. The message is clear: stay current, consume more, discover the undiscovered. Novelty is glorified as the path to excitement, growth, and even sophistication. But amid this whirlwind, a significant portion of viewers quietly opts out. They recite dialogue verbatim, predict plot twists before they unfold, and chuckle at punchlines seconds in advance. And yet, they eagerly press play once more. It's easy to dismiss them as resistant to change or creatively stagnant, but that judgment misses the mark entirely. Rewatching isn't a flaw or a failure. It's a rich, multifaceted psychological strategy that serves real emotional and mental needs. To unpack, let's delve into 4 distinct archetypes of rewatchers. Dedicated individuals who repeatedly return to beloved content. Each type reveals unique insights into how our brains process entertainment, stress, memory, and curiosity. First archetype, the comfort seeker. Imagine a life filled with uncertainty, demanding jobs with unpredictable deadlines, turbulent relationships, global events that shift the ground beneath our feet, or personal challenges that leave us feeling vulnerable. For the comfort seeker, the real world can feel like a storm with no end in sight. Their psyche, craving equilibrium, turns to rewatching as a reliable anchor. This aligns with what psychologists term predictability bias, or a preference for controllable outcomes. In an era of constant flux-economic instability, rapid technological shifts, social upheavals, the brain instinctively seeks pockets of certainty. A familiar show or movie delivers exactly that. You know the hero's triumph, the conflicts resolve satisfyingly, and no devastating surprises lurk around the corner. That foreknowledge transforms viewing into a therapeutic ritual. It is akin to wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket during a frigid evening or sipping hot tea in a storm. The narrative recedes, and the foreground becomes pure emotional safety, a predictable haven where anxiety dissipates. Launching an old favorite feels like returning home to a space where every corner is known, every creak familiar, and no unwelcome intrusions await. Research in psychology supports this. Studies on stress reduction show that predictable media activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation and lowering cortisol levels. For comfort seekers, rewatching isn't escapism in the derogatory sense. It's active self-care, a deliberate choice to nurture mental peace in turbulent times. Second archetype, the cognitive restorer. In our hyper-productive world, many of us end the day with depleted mental resources. Professions involving high stakes, decisions, doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs demand relentless focus, multitasking, and even non-work life piles on. Planning meals, managing finances, navigating social obligations. By evening, cognitive fatigue sets in. The brain's executive functions are running on fumes. Introducing new content at this point, It's exhausting. New stories require active engagement, tracking character arcs, piecing together time, interpreting subtext, remembering names and motivations. It's work disguised as leisure. Rewatching flips the script entirely, shifting to low-effort autopilot. Psychologists refer to this as cognitive load reduction, drawing from theories like cognitive resource allocation. The brain, with its finite daily capacity often likened to a battery or willpower as a limited resource in studies by Roy Baumeister and others, conserves energy by opting for the familiar. Here, the show becomes ambient, comfort-like, white noise or a gentle hum. You don't strain to follow, you simply bask. Laughter comes effortlessly at timed jokes. Tears, if any, flow without surprise, and relaxation deepens. It's passive entertainment that restores rather than drains. Think of it as mental yoga. No intense poses, just restorative stretches. For cognitive restorers, this isn't intellectual laziness, it's smart energy management, ensuring they wake refreshed rather than further depleted. Third, archetype. The nostalgic anchor rewatching can transcend the screen, becoming a bridge to cherished chapters of one's life. For the nostalgic anchor, a particular series or film is inextricably linked to personal milestones. Perhaps it was binge-watched during college dorm nights with lifelong friends, or cuddled up with a partner during the honeymoon phase of a relationship. Maybe it's soundtracked a carefree summer, a recovery from illness, or a time of unbridled optimism before adult responsibilities weighed heavy. Experts in psychology describe this as emotional time travel or autobiographical memory cueing. Familiar media triggers. Vivid recollections not just of plot points, but of sensations, emotions, and self-perception from that era. The show remains timeless, a frozen artifact, while life marches on. Each rewatch revives that younger, perhaps happier or simpler version of you. It's why tears well up during overfamiliar scenes. The emotion isn't from the fiction anymore, but from reliving personal joy, loss, or growth. This archetype often resists moving on because abandoning the content feels like severing ties to that past self in a fast-paced world that encourages constant forward momentum. Nostalgic anchors intuitively practice mindfulness through memory. They honor their personal narrative, preserving identity, continuity. Letting go might symbolize unwanted change, like losing a photo album. Instead, they revisit gently, healing old wounds, or celebrating enduring joys. Fourth archetype. The detail hunter, contrary to stereotypes of rewatches, is passive. Some thrive on active discovery. Detail hunters rewatch precisely because their curiosity is insatiable. Great storytelling, think intricate worlds like The Lord of the Rings, layered comedies like Arrested Development, or symbolic dramas like The Sopranos is, packed with Easter eggs, foreshadowing, recurring motifs, and subtle performances. A single viewing can't capture it all. Human attention is selective. Rewatches allow forensic exploration, spotting a background gag, connecting a throwaway line to the finale, appreciating directorial choices anew. This ties to personality traits in the Big Five model: high openness to experience and conscientiousness in analysis. Their minds crave complexity, patterns, and mastery, turning consumption into creation-like appreciation. It's intellectual play. Each pass yields rewards, like solving a puzzle or exploring a map's hidden paths. Far from repetition, it's evolution deepening, understanding, fostering expertise. For them, the work expands infinitely, a universe rather than a one-and-done tale. What unites these archetypes? A profound self-awareness. They prioritize mental well-being over societal pressure for novelty. Comfort seekers safeguard serenity amid chaos. Cognitive restorers wisely steward energy. Nostalgic anchors weave a coherent life story. Detail hunters cultivate depth over breadth. Inonu is berithus where FOMO drives endless. Scrawling, they embody wisdom. True fulfillment often lies in the known, the reliable, the soul-nourishing. Flip the script. Does perpetual novelty chasing breed depth or superficiality? Does mastering your comfort sources reveal greater self-knowledge than sampling everything superficially? Perhaps rewatchers aren't lagging. They've unlocked authentic happiness in a distracting world. So, Where do you fit? Comfort seeker in stressful seasons. Cognitive restorer after long days. Nostalgic anchor, preserving memories. Detail hunter, uncovering layers. Comment below which type resonates most. Share your ultimate comfort watch, the one you defend forever. If this reframed your viewing habits, subscribe for more psychological deep dives into everyday life.